Good morning. It's a very cold and wet one here, day 3, early spring. There was no contracts yesterday, so I just washed the tractor and I just had a wander around the farm and made sure everything was in place, and then had an early night in. But today we have a few fertilizing contracts and a couple of transporting jobs as well. So I will go and hook up the fertilizer, which I think is in here. Yep, it is. And we are heading to field 6. So what I'm going to go and do is, if I remember the buttons, I'm going to fill up the seeds. Seeds? Fertilizer. It's not seeding. It's too cold for that. Right, we should fill up with fertilizer. I know it didn't need much, but there's a few fertilizing contracts, so it saves me coming back so much. And we will head over to field 6. I think there's 4 fertilizing contracts and there is 2 transporting jobs as well. The looks of the weather, it was meant to snow today, but nothing's came of it. Maybe get into field 6 from the bottom, I think. You're not meant to get in from the top. Yeah, field 6 is there. I'm getting used to where the entrances and exits in the fields are, or... well, if you're not used to the map, it can be a pain if you're at the wrong side, or something's in the way, or... just little things. Anyway, we better check this. I see 36 meters, 45, that's better. Right, we're going to fertilize this field. There isn't really much else on today unless fertilizing seeding contracts come through. But I can't see any coming through just now because the temperature isn't meant to get higher until tomorrow afternoon. So I don't think there's going to be anything until then. If no, I'll just spread today out a little bit and just work away with the contracts and see what we get by the end of the day. Quite good paying for the fertilizing contracts, I will admit. I should have maybe... yeah, I keep doing that, running right up to the end of the field when the tractor's on the road. I'll work over here though, and should be there somewhere. That's the wrong pedal again. Pressing the same one to try and go forward. That's no use. Right, and then we'll try and up it a wee bit. Keep us away from the road. Yeah, that should do. I think that was 3 clicks up, so another 3 should be 45 meters again. I went back to 24. What are we at? 40. There's only 5 seconds then. Oh well. We'll work with that. Right. Such a nice fertilizer to work with. It's a good speed at 12 miles an hour as well. And it covers a lot of ground really quick. It's handy if there's a lot of jobs come through at once. This side's not too bad because we're not going out in the traffic, so you can spin the tractor around a bit and finish off the field there. Right, I don't think... there's still weeds though. Not seen anything through for getting rid of weeds yet, so I don't know what's really happening there. I'll be 24. What's that one? 36. We'll try 36. Would that be enough? It's enough for this side. Yeah, that's enough. Plenty. Because if you run at 45 meters all the time and it only needs, you know, 25 or 35 meter spread, you're still going to use fertilizer regardless. As I said before, the sowing's different. You know, if it's already sown a bit, it'll recognise that, pick it up, and it won't re-sow it, reseed it. Right. That's that contract done. 3,940 watt. Collect that. That's field 6. There's 2 transporting. Oh, we have a sow job with oats. 6,700. Would that cover? I think it's something like 5,500 to lease the tool itself, which is a big. I think that's a 9-meter one they show there with a John Deere. It's a 12-meter seeder I was looking at. So we did that yesterday. That guest house is getting a lot of stuff. Where's that one? The ranch. Where's the ranch? Can't be that far if that's 2,100. That's 2,099. No idea. Unless it's the other way. Down towards the other farm, I'm not sure. Right, fertilizing. So I've got that on 34, 33 and 27. 27's there. 33, what did I say else? 33 and 34. So 33 and 34. Oh, that's handy. Oh, it's all on the same bit. Right, we'll head down to field 27. Accept contract. And we will see you down there. So, here we are. Field 27. That's the wrong pedal again. Right, I think if I go this way for a change, that gives, I should have started out a little later than that, but okay. I'm just trying to figure out the best pattern to go around. I started speaking relatively briefly in the last episode about the best way to go about a field if the crop destruction is on. Obviously, this tractor I can't do it with because it's only got big tyres. Not ideal. But I am hoping to invest in, I think maybe a John Deere, like I had in it's the thumbnail for the first video on the page. That's the John Deere I'm looking at, the 30, no it's not a 30 something, is it? It's a 6250R, the bigger engine, 300 horse, isn't it? The 6230R is the 280 horse. And I think it's only about 10 or 12,000 or 12,500 or something to change the engine up 20 horsepower. And you know, if I'm going to have that tractor for a few years, it's going to pay back that 10,000 no problem. You know, a couple of fertilizing contracts, that's the engine paid for. So I'm looking to get that tractor hopefully soon. This one's fine, but it's just, you know, if you got transporting jobs, it's a bit of a pain using the mouse and dotting back and forth trying to lift stuff up and down, and I'm not watching where I'm going. That's perfect, that's nearly the whole width of that little section there. That is near bang on. A little length out, a width. So close. Oh well. We'll just make a thinner pass on the other side. I think that's... yeah, I wasn't far enough over. Oh well. I kind of lost track of what I was saying there. Trying to think of how to do things on the farm, and you just lose track and start speaking about different things, and yeah. There's something about a John Deere. Buying a John Deere. or looking at buying a John Deere. For some reason, I don't know. Anyway, I'm looking. Well, I will be now because it's only £1,000 a day to hire a seeder. Well, to lease the seeder. I think it's a Lemkin. Oh, something 12. Solitaire 12 meters wide. I've used it quite a lot on, playing about and testing out before I actually went to do this on YouTube. It's a really good seeder. Like, it does, well, obviously all of the seeds really. I can leave that little patch. Oh well, no, I can't, because then if I come at the end of that field, I can go straight down to my next field. So if I take my widths down to there, I think, and just, okay, it's going to waste a little bit, but a good spread there. That's perfect, look at that. It's just made for that. It's almost like these field widths are just made for the in-game stuff. Even the out-game stuff. A 25 meter on this, I think it's a 25 meter spread on the other fertilizer spreader. There must be something in the sizes of the fields, because they're all kind of matching up. Oh, I know what it is now. The tires. On this tractor, the Fendt 515 I'm in just now, it doesn't have narrow tires, it's only got big tires. But the John Deere I'm looking at, the 6R series, the kind of biggest one you can get in the medium tractors, so it still allows me to have the front loader, because I'm not away to spend another 100,000 on a Manitou, and then buy different connectors and all that stuff for it when I've got everything for the telehandler I need. The big back handler. That's all you really need. So yeah, it was more for the crop side of things. We'll just... Which field was closest to us? 33. We can cut down the middle of that through the farm. Down by 28. Right, that one's completed. Collect that, and 33. Accept. See, there's a sowing contract there. It was the fertilizing I was thinking about. For liquid fertilizing, or because it's spray applicated, you could run herbicide through the same system. So obviously when you spray herbicide, the crops are in the ground and they're growing, and it might be the second stage of growth, it might be after that. I think we'll get through here. So yeah, we don't want to be damaging crops, because I would like to turn crop destruction on at some point. Obviously not right now, because we're just kind of getting going, and this tractor hasn't got narrow tyres, so it's a waste of time. You're going to lose crops, and if you get a harvesting contract, I need to be going down the way, don't I? Because this is field 28. You're going to lose more crops, and then you're going to be losing money in turn because you don't have narrow tyres, because you've fertilised it, or you've run herbicide over it. Are we field 34? 33, wasn't it? So that's that one there. Almost 33. Yeah. Quick check for spreader width. 45. So yeah, I need to get the new John Deere if there's any going to be any herbicide contracts for the liquid weeding, as to say. I would need narrow tyres for that, because I would buy the mounted Cavernaland kit that you get to put on the John Deere. That way you've not got a second set of tracks running behind you dragging through the crops that's growing. It's trying to think of smart ways to not lose, or trying to gain as much crop as you possibly can, because obviously if you don't have enough they will deduct money. So there is quite a lot of thinking in the game, like that would do. It's well thought out anyway, that's for sure. Oh, really? There's a lot of weeds in this field. I wonder if they're going to get me to do any contracts. Other than fertilizing, because I'm sure I've done that already with them. Not go in the other fields. Don't know how they've managed to plant stuff already. It must be grass. Surely. Right, so if we do that, and still quite wide for that bit, but that's the lowest setting we got. That's a disadvantage, I suppose, with having a big spreader. You always get a bit that's just a thin strip somewhere, sometimes, on awkward fields. The square ones are fine. The ones above me on 28, 29, possibly 30, and the one to my right, 31 as well. Right, that's that contract done. Field 34, wasn't it? Are we going to have enough fertilizer for this field? I hope so. Save me running all the way back up to the shop. What I better do first though is swap contracts. Collect that one. Field 34. Accept. £6,000 for this one. Oh, and we need to change that size up. There we go. 45 meters. And let's go. Nice big spread on that field. That's quite a large field, isn't it? Oh, I've missed a wee bit on the corner there. Hope I don't have to come back and do that. I don't have enough fertilizer for it. It's going to be annoying. I'll turn now, I suppose. Yes. It's hard to judge the width of these things when you're working that far out from the edge. When to turn and or when to start turning, when to stop turning, and you always miss bits on corners. It's a lot easier. Like coming out of that corner, I've missed that wee bit there. It's not a bad pace though. It's only quarter to 8 in the morning. We've basically done all the fertilizer contracts. There's just 2 transporting and the sowing one. But again, the sowing, I don't know. I might use their equipment. I might not. Just because that one sowing contract is going to cover the cost of hiring the machine. So if I was to hire a machine to go and do it, that's fine. That will cover the cost of that. So I'm effectively getting a free machine to use on my field for sowing, but I've leased it through me and not the contractor. The contract owner that's wanting me to do the job. But the downside of that is I've got seeds on top of that to pay, the fuel and the wear and tear on the tractor. But I also can only plant certain things, because if we looked at the crop rotation, I think, is it wheat or canola? It was canola first, wasn't it? I've made a mess of this field, haven't I? I think it's canola. I'll have to look at the rotation. I'm pretty sure it's canola that I have to plant on my first plant in that field. Oh, this is really bad, this field, isn't it? The last few fields look like a breeze. Oh, we're all over the place. So I can't plant anything until the temperature goes up. So unless for some reason the temperature dramatically increases today, I'm not ready to plant anything until, you know, day 4, 5, maybe 6, depends. I've not run 9-day seasons before, so this is a first. So I'm kind of getting used to how everything's working in 9 days. Like, do you get snow? Obviously I haven't gotten snow, but before I did a test run with seasons on this, just a quick run through. Didn't do any contracts, didn't buy any machinery, I just literally ran right through the seasons on flat out mode, 120 times the time, and just to see what happened. And I managed to get snow for some reason on it. It was the second day, yeah, well yesterday, the second day of early spring, there was a snowfall. But this time I'm starting it to record it for YouTube, and there's nothing. The temperature's still low. We got rain this morning, so I'm guessing it's maybe 1 degree out. And that caused the snowfall, I don't know. But that should hopefully be us to finish the contract, I'm hoping. Oh, yes. I don't usually like doing that, leaving bits, but on this occasion, it's too finicky to go around and try and finish all off and make it right. But when you complete it, it's done. That field will be 34, will be fully fertilized, which is here. There you go. Ah, that field had weeds in it. It needs plowing. I didn't get a plowing contract for that field. There's a lot of weeds. My field got weeds. My field doesn't have weeds. So if you fertilize a field... Oh, I missed a bit. Oh no. That's interesting. So does fertilizing take away the need for herbicide spraying? What field did I do before this? I can't remember now. 8? 7 and 8, wasn't it? And then I just did that one, and 33, it's got weeds in it, 34 doesn't. And 27, I did 27. It's still got weeds. It's got a lot of weeds. That's odd. Ah. Right, I'm going to go and get some transporting done. And I'll see, once I've done the transporting, I'll see if there is any more sowing fields come up. If not, then the ranch is what I was going to check, wasn't it? Is there a ranch in this game? It's maybe just classed as someone else. Would it maybe be the horse dealer? Horse paddock? Animal dealer. Would that be right? Because then that would be closer than here, because that's the shop. I'll double check. Wait a second. Where are we transporting? Freight yard to ranch. Right, supermarket to guest house. Oh, that's a supermarket. Alright, if I do that, that should put the dot beside us. It does. Good. Right, because the red dot's the finish point and the yellow dot's the pickup point. So, drop the fertilizer off here. Pick up the trailer, which should be there. Nope. Trailer's maybe in here. Oh no, the trailer's down here, isn't it? Oh, that's a bit of a pain, isn't it? Oh, I should have picked the other way around, because it's from the harbour yard, isn't it? The freight yard. Oh, no. Right, well, I'm going to have to do a bit of jumping about here, but I will head up to the farm of this, drop this off, back down to the shop, get the trailer, back up to beside the farm to pick up the goods, so we will see you there. Hopefully not too long. Right, we will get this done. I know you're probably looking at the time thinking that was pretty quick to take the fertilizer up and get back down for the trailer and take it back up, but well, I figured out I didn't want to show it because it didn't look right and I couldn't strap it down, but the fertilizer in the lifted position reverses right onto that triple axle, no problems. So I laid it on the back. It does not stay if you're going to try it, so be careful in the corners. I figured that bit out anyway. And get that up. So yeah, it does, you can put the fertilizer on the back. Oh, I really need to practice this on the off time. This is really bad. I need to load that. Yeah, see, this is an awkward place to pick up from because I'm just right on the road here. And I have not checked for cars either. That's a good start. Wow, this is really heavy. Ooh. I'll stick that on this side. That's really square, isn't it? pedestrian coming as well, so I've got to kind of hurry up so as not to squish them. Wow, that is heavy. Go with that, and let's get out of the way of the pedestrian. Oh, there's no cars coming. Just right through. It's weird how the traffic will stop and wait for you, but the pedestrians just, it's like they have a mind of their own, isn't it? I don't know how, oh, I'm right in front of the trailer. I parked that. Who parked the trailer there like that? That would be me. I thought I was going to pick these up now. Oh. Got another pedestrian coming, that's great. And it's just the one, isn't it? Oh no, two. Right. Oh, it's stuck on something. Come on. There we go. That would have been better if the pedestrian wasn't going to walk right through the middle of the trailer. Whoa. Right. Wow. Should really, look at that. Okay. I should really maybe put the weight on I've got. This is going to be an awkward one to load, isn't it? Especially if that tractor isn't going to steer right. Oh, this is just going to be a nightmare to get on. I can reverse quite quick and brake, but I can't go. Oh, this is just a... Yeah. It's just, it is exactly what it looks like. I think that's going to be about it there. That'll do me there, I think. Yeah. It's... Can I square it up by just touching the back of that, I wonder? Not hitting it, but gently just... There we go. Makes it look a little bit neater and more presentable, doesn't it? I have been looking, I know this is kind of out with Farm Sim again, I have been looking at new parts for my computer because I tried a couple of video recorders for this, the screen recorders, and there was one or two that was quite good. The one I'm using to do this is quite good, but I had really good quality. It was perfect, crystal clear. Audio was good, nothing juddered, nothing stopped. It was brilliant. And I made a few videos and tried to put them together, piece them together, it was fine. The outcome was alright, but it wasn't the best looking once the final finished video with the transitions, which turned out the video that's online just now, it doesn't have any transitions. It just freezes and then goes to the next kind of bit. Get out of your way. Right to your past where I throw the straps over. You're not going past anything, are you? You're just going right through. Yes, so... Is that on the other cage? That's the wrong one. I can get two on that cage, so... If I put one there, take that one off. Is there not another one on here? No? I should hold it. And one there, and one there. The straps are really off, aren't they? Did they go into a specific bit in the trailer, or are they just... They're just on anywhere, are they? That'll do. That back window's managed to open itself again, so I see. There we go. And these are going to, I think it's the supermarket. I may be wrong. I think it is a supermarket. That was not a bad reverse. Not the best, but we're getting there. Just got to remember there's always a car here. I'll put the beacon on as well. And indicators would be a good idea as well. And turning them off as well again after you've turned out of the junction. Right. I'm debating what to show you and what not to show you. Like, do you want to see me driving between, you know, picking the stuff up, going down to where it's getting dropped off? You know, same with the field as well. You know, do you need to see me sowing the whole field? Or, I don't know, I have watched some other videos. I don't want to name names just now. It's just, I don't know. I just had the idea to do these videos and post them up on YouTube and just let you guys kind of see what I'm doing. It's quite nice to do. It's a mix of nice to do and kind of a challenge and fun at the same time. But with this, with the seasons on, you've really got to think. It's not a case of just throwing the seeds in the ground, away you go. It's harvesting in, you know, 2 days. This is, you've got to think about it, because you've got to think in advance, you know, if you've got cattle, or, well, not specifically cattle, but, you know, you could have pigs, or, he was using the crossbuck, wasn't he? If you've got pigs, or sheep, or chickens, and all that, you know, you need to feed them. They don't just not need feed because you forgot to plant the crops. And then it comes back to bite you, because if you haven't got the crops in, I'm just wondering, I think this is this next one here, isn't it? This is where we dropped the eggs, isn't it? Or what I thought was the eggs. Oh, this isn't good. Going back to the scene of the crime. Oh no. I think it is here, isn't it? Just looking for the markings on the ground. Yeah, it is. Oh no. Oh, this is good, isn't it? Just gets better on the farm. Right, so how did we do this last time? We reversed in that funny angle, didn't we? Maybe just do that again. Or maybe it was the funny angle reverse that caused me to knock the last pallet off. I'll do the same. Lightning never strikes twice, as they say. Make that a bit more presentable and off the road. Not that that's much better, like, we'll go with that. Oh, come on, there we go. Right, disconnect that. I'll undo my straps. What number is, I think it's 3, yep. We'll get the oh, I'm adding straps in everywhere. Can't be adding straps, I need to take them off. Is that that? Yeah, that looks good. Right. Let's get these offloaded. Try it from in cab this time. Would that do any different? The mirrors are a little bit. Sorry about that if you're watching it on a phone, but the mirrors are either one or the other there. I think that's it there, isn't it? Is that 2? Right, I'll lift them all way up this time, past the other pallets. There we go. Yeah, if I look that way, that mirror comes on, switches, back, and then this one comes on. Really weird. Anyway, where's our little line? There. So if we drop that, that's that window again, isn't it? Yep. There's so much weird things with this tractor. Oh, better check for people walking past, will we? No, no one. Not that I can see anyway, unless they appear out of the trailer. Right. So yeah, I'm just wondering if you guys comment, like, would you like to see all of this in between driving, and you know, do you want to see every field and every contract, or it would be fun to put up. I'll look back on and see all the work I did to get to where I got to. Obviously we don't know where we're going yet, as I mean, I have no idea yet. I'm just gonna go take it as it comes just now. Oh, sorry, these are sturdier containers. I don't think they would burst quite as easy. Seems to be easier inside the cab to do this way. That says transport finished, so how much was that one? 2,100. Sowing. What's our weather looking like? Is it good? Or? I see, that doesn't happen, does it? 4 degrees, 5, and then it jumps to 14 by midday. Almost 10 degrees in 9 hours. That's a lot. Well, do I see today? Because it means keeping it overnight, and that costs 1,000. Oh, decisions. Hello. That's weird. Right, we will get the right pedal. That'll be a good start, isn't it? That's not the cab. That's the cab. I'm still noticing a bit of a judder. I know I started speaking about it up the road and I kind of tailed off a little bit. Yeah, so I was looking at... That's not working again. Where are we doing? There? No. There we go. I kind of tailed off speaking about it. Wait, have we taken this contract on? Transporting. Accept. Yellow dot. Oh, it's back the way. Typical. Yeah, I started speaking. That's the mirror's working now as well. What is going on with this tractor? So, as I was saying, very blind tractor. Oh. Yes, the video may still be slightly funny. Oh me. I was looking in the other mirror and trying to figure out what was the button for the indicator there. So, that one. Yeah. The graphics. I am looking at potentially getting another setup of a computer. A complete new kind of... Where are we going? Down here, we're not under the bridge. Might be quicker on the main road. It's a brand new computer I'm looking at getting. You know, it's... The computer I've got just now is pretty good. But it's just not quite right. Now these... I think it's in here. Yeah, it's... The settings I can get quite high, but then I don't know if it's possibly my computer, or if it is actually the screen recorder. I don't know. So there's a bit of kind of I've tried different things and looked online on forums and seen what folk found was the best thing to do. How am I picking that? I could pick them up individually, couldn't I? Put them on that way. Yeah, that'll work. So, yeah, it's just trial and error really. The videos might get better, they might get worse. One thing I do know, hopefully towards the end of January, the quality, or well, I can't say January yet because I don't really know. Try and get these two on together. I say the end of January. Oh, that didn't work, did it? Pull that two out of there. Oh no 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 no! Oh, that didn't work out to plan, did it? At all. Is that working? Nope. Can't see because of the trees. Oh, what are you doing? No. I'm trying to get that back one too. There we go. It's a weird thing, that bag handler. Anyway, as I was saying, it depends. I'm waiting for a new processor to come out. The one that I was looking at one for last month or so, and then I read online that there's a new one, a new version of that, slightly better one, better capabilities and whatnot, and it's coming out in the first quarter of 2021. So it might be March. I don't think it's going to be that late. I think they're going to want to get it kind of out to the people, as if to say. So it's kind of a waiting game till that comes out. I've got everything else in mind I need. It's just that CPU. I'm just waiting to see what's going to happen with it. Oh, it's doing this thing again, isn't it? What is the trick? Up and over a little bit. There we go. Angle it down. Angle the bag handler down just a little bit and lift it up above the bags quite a bit. So yeah, the video quality for now is going to be roughly what it's at. I haven't seen what this video is going to look like on YouTube on like a mobile or desktop until it's actually downloaded and I've done all the editing and it's ready to go, kind of thing. So it might be totally pointless, it might be horrific, it might be juddery, it might be useless to watch, it might be great. But one thing I do know is that once that new CPU comes out, I'm upgrading everything. My whole setup as it is just now is getting upgraded. And I'm hoping to get really good quality video. Because, I mean, you guys don't watch these videos for just because it's farm sim. You'll watch it on any device, any quality. That's not what's going to happen. Oh, I really need practice with this out of hours and off camera, don't I? This is bad. I'm the one showing you the videos. That's not good. Right, we'll get these strapped on. I don't know, one strap's really... Oh, two straps, there we go. There. Oh, decisions. Right, that one maybe? I'm not putting three straps, that's a little bit overkill, I would think. And there's only one strap on that last bag, that's weird. Safe enough. Right, let's go. Oh! The ranch. That's what I was going to look for. Right, where's the ranch? Oh. It's probably the same distance, isn't it? I'm just trying to look. Is that a main road or... That looks like it goes to a dirt road, isn't it? That's going to be a bumpy road. But then that's a dirt track. Is this maybe a gravel track? Because that's a dirt road. That's going to be really bumpy because you can get in through the houses. Yeah. Oh, decisions. Yeah, I'll come out of here, straight over the roundabout, past the supermarket. Take a left off in between that two fields and up the road beside what I'm assuming is a fuel station, is it? Gas station, yeah. Right, we'll go with that. Whoa! Where did he come from? So, seeding. Hmm. Oh, she's crossing the road. Yeah, seeding. So, I'm not too sure. Is it worth taking the gamble and me having crops that won't germinate because they haven't got the right temperature, or just lease that the tool, implement, seeder, for one job, because it's gonna cost me, I'm not gonna be making much profit, you know, a couple £100. It's not really much by the time I add the seed cost in, the fuel, wear and tear on the tractor and all that. I don't know if it's gonna be worth it. And I don't want to hire their equipment, because that substantially reduces. Whoa, where is he going? Is he coming out? Can you see me? Is he waiting? Am I not far enough back? There's a car coming, I can't go. Surely he can get over there. He's sitting tooting at me, like I'm in the wrong. And that's a giveaway. Now you'll go. I knocked a sign down as well. That's not good. Right, up along this. Oh, it's a tarred road. It looked like a gravel road, I wasn't sure. Maybe it's just a layout on the map. Right, and we are taking a left at the gas station. Oh, it's here. That came on as quick, didn't it? I'd like to go along that road further and up through the hills. He's crossing the road. This really is more than a game sometimes. You really gotta watch what you're doing. Not that it affects it in the game, you know, if you run somebody over in the game, it's not the same as real life, but even though, I mean, you want it to look the best you can get. I'm gonna have to go out of the vehicle here because I can't see where I'm going. It's in there, isn't it? Or is it in? Oh, it's the same bit. Is it? Right in the centre there. I've got a car behind me. I better indicate. Another car coming. Let's go. Oh, this is the ranch, a horse paddock. That's what it is, isn't it? It's a horse arena. Right, where's best to take this? Oh, that's not the right. Keep doing that with the camera. Yeah, I'm gonna have to spin around here somehow. It's almost like they're testing you out with a map, isn't it? Oh, didn't like that. Oh, I'm gonna be here all day. That'll do. You know that? That'll do. Right. Get these straps off. It's a shame you couldn't lift them off, is it? So much quicker. Lift on, lift off. And turn around again. At least there's no pedestrians in this one. Try in camera. in cab again. Maybe harder to judge the pallets there. That would be the end of the trailer. I think that's it. Find out if they tell me if it hasn't worked or not. This might be easier out of the cab actually, I'm thinking about it now. Just zoom in a little bit. It's quite close to everything here. Kind of part really awkward there. That where I need to be for both. Yep. Well, it's not as heavy as the milk and the eggs, that's for sure. I really need to get a new tractor as soon as. I'm just moving about with the mouse all the time and zooming in and out. You can do it all with the side panel. Just for some reason not with this tractor. Well, that's transport finished. Completed. Sowing contract. Oh, it's field 20. How much was the reduction? 800. So you're still getting 6,000 for it, using their machinery. Whereas I'll only get 1,000 if I was to lease. But I've got the machinery for my field. I'll have a think about that. I'll have a think about that while I put this back up to the yard. And I'll see you when I'm there. And we'll decide what we're gonna do. So we'll see you up there. 2 fertilizing contracts came through. So, I'm going to go and fill the fertilizer up so we don't run out down in the field. And I will see you down in field 26, I believe it is. So I'll fill this up and we'll see you there. So here we are on field 26. Close the map just now. Still a 45 metre spread on this tool. I'm just trying to think the best way kind of to go about it. I'll maybe start here. Oh, that was a bit early. I should have maybe left that a little longer. Anyway. Yeah, we'll work it in. Again, just trying to think of the best way to do the fields. Missed a little bit there. More so for crop destruction. I want to really put that in just to make it more authentic. I've been looking at things to do the past couple of days and things to add into the game, you know, just to make it that little bit more realistic. Obviously there is only so much you can do. It is only a game at the end of the day, but still we can do our best. And the more realistic we can make it look or feel means you're getting more out of it when you watch it back. I would stop somewhere there. Maybe a little further back, but okay. So yeah, day 3 here, early spring. couple of fertilizing contracts came through. Just the two of them. There's one transport job. I think it's from the harbour to garden centre. I'm probably wrong about that. But we'll get this fertilizing job done, get the other one done, get the transport job done. And then hopefully by then, that should cover a good bit of the, well, it won't cover a good bit of the day, but it'll take a few hours off the day anyway. And hopefully there's more sowing contracts come through. If not, I think I'm just going to do that one contract that is on the screen, but I'm going to hire their equipment. It's, I think you lose 800 and something, or is it just shy of £900? So it takes £900 off you, but it's another job done, and it could open up the opportunity for more to do in the future as well. So, you know, if you go around ignoring all the jobs, you're going to have nothing to do and no money coming in until you plant something. But when you plant something, you need to hire the staff, get the seeds, you know, it just mounts up. If I'm just trying to think, if I make like a little path there, I can come through with a 24 meter spread on. If I nip up this side of the field, oh, it's going to be bigger than a 45 meter spread, isn't it? Oh, this field hasn't really worked out at all, has it? We'll try here. See how much we can cover on the way up. I was going to go uptown and come back down and then fertilise it on the way down. But that... whoa, I'm making a real bad job at this field, haven't I? What's happening today? First video after New Year. It's maybe that. But yeah, this 9-day season seems like it's going to be quite a long one. But we're just going to have to go with it. I don't want to go and change it now and, you know, have different seasons at the start of this Let's Play. Episode 1, you know, the one video before this, you'll have seen that, just trying to think what my spread is there. Is that enough? Yeah, ooh, just... yeah, and say we've got 9-day seasons there, so if I go and change it and you're thinking, you know, day 6, oh, we're in summer now. What happened? Did we miss a bit? Did I forget to film a whole season? So we'll just leave it at the 9 days. I might skip a day or two here and there. I just thought for the first couple of videos we'll just show you what we're doing and, you know, round about the farm, what's happening. I'm trying to change spread widths there. So I'll lose a bit coming in here, but then I can up the... I have to do that, am I? Just to try and nip it all in. Yep. It says it's finished, but I've only just a little bit to go. Back to that spread width. And cover this. I'm going to cover the next field a wee bit as well. I think it's already been done. Yeah, it has. Right, so if I get my spread width back up for the next field, or I will forget. Right. Oh no. Right. There was a sowing contract on there. For field 20, which is there. There's not enough. Is that barley they've sown on there? Yeah, they've put barley in there already. Right. Well, that hasn't quite gone to plan, but we've got these fertilising jobs, so I'll collect that one. I'll nip to field 38. Accept. Field 38. Where's that one? Oh, it's up here. Just trying to route the way to go. Yeah, back into town. 38. Oh, we could take the town out past the supermarket. The road. The town. We could take the road out of the town past the supermarket. And take a left before the hills, up by the fuel station, and outside field 41 and come in there. Yeah, we'll do that. That's field 38. Right. I will go and head up to field 38. Get the beacons on. no one coming. That's always good. It's a better view inside the tractor anyway for this. So yeah, I've had plenty of time to think about what we're going to do in regards to going forward. So it's just kind of, it's a hit or a miss really. I'm wanting to do another Let's Play. I know it seems a bit quick because this is only episode 2, but I'd like to do one on precision farming. That seems like quite a good thing to get into. And I've also noticed there's these little, like on a tablet you can get with you to, you know, you can stick it beside you when you're playing the game. I think it's up here. Let me just check the map. Where's the map? It is in here. It's not in there, I don't think, is it? Whoa. What happened there? Indicator. Too much buttons. So, yeah. There's a... I can't remember what it's called. It's like a live view kind of... Well, I really need to watch where I'm going, what I'm doing. It's a live view, like in the other tractors. It doesn't have it in this one. There's a screen kind of over to your right. We're going in here. And it sort of shows you... well, in the... when you're playing the game, and in this mode, you can see the little screen in the cab, and it's like a... something to do with John Deere. Can't remember exactly. I need to think of where I'm going. Is it just straight up through the town? It's in this shortcut road here, it's field 38. Right. Yeah. I'm trying to do everything at once and there wasn't really that big a distance between the fields there, but we're here. Right, we'll get this started so that I can think of what I was going to say. This would be a quite easy field actually, I'm just thinking. If I start here, 2 passes and this field's done. Near enough. There. Well, almost. So yeah, I don't know if it works with precision farming or not. I haven't quite checked that out, but it does work. There's something on one of the stores or hubs. I'll really have to look into it, but I only just seen it yesterday on the YouTube channel. It came up as a recommended video. I was like, oh, let's watch that. So I'm going to have to go and get myself a tablet, as well as this new computer. So much things to do. And the tablet, you can load on this thing and plug it in to run with your... I don't know if it's plugged in to run with the computer, or it runs with the... I think it's a Wi-Fi it runs with. And what it does is, it's a real-life version you can have beside you as you're playing the game of the in-cab monitor for your automated steering, and you know, you can change your litres per hectare of your fertilizer and your lime and all that stuff. You can do it from the screen. You can touch your tablet, like it's all on the tablet as a touch screen, and you can use it as you would in real life, but it just does it in the game. It's really smart, really cool idea. I don't know much about it just now. As I said, I've just watched the one video quickly and thought, ooh, this is something worth looking into. Same as the precision farming, I suppose. Right, that's that one done. We'll need to go and do this transport items from the harbour to the garden centre. Where's the garden centre? Up there, red dot. Right, so I'll swap over my equipment, come back down to the harbour. That's where we dropped the milk cartons off yesterday. I'm sure. Yeah, when you go up past Stanwell Dealer on your right into the tunnel and go up there. Right. So, that's good. Transporting. Let's go and get this stuff. So, yeah. As I said, I've not really looked into it. Oh. But it looks like something fun to try. See what it's like. But I'm trying to keep my videos to an hour long. So what I would need to do... What does that sign say? Probably not suitable for us. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to keep my videos to around about an hour, you know, 55 to an hour and 5. That's sort of my goal, because you'll sit down at night to probably watch these, because I won't post these till, you know, late on at night, early morning. And you'll probably see them the next day at night. So the idea is you sit down at night to watch them. Unless obviously because of this lockdown we're in tier 4 just now, so a lot of you are going to be watching this, you know, maybe as it posts if you're up that late, or when you get up in the morning it'll be one of the first things you watch. Either or. I was just trying to think of what I was doing there. The transporting job. There we go. Oh, slipped my mind totally there. I was looking at my notes and that thinking, what am I way to do? Why am I driving up here if I had to go to the harbour? But we need the front loader and trailer, don't we? Can't really do a transport job with the fertilizer. Anyway, yeah, the video length's kind of based around an hour, because that's how long you would sit just to look through a video, and obviously you can skip through it if you want, because I know a lot of you maybe won't watch the whole thing, but some of you maybe will. It just depends on what you want to watch or how much time you've got to watch things. So I'm going to get back to here with this. I'll maybe quickly do a little, well, not a time lapse as such, but I'll just skip from here. I'll go and get my loader, and we'll see you at the harbour, just to save a bit of time, just so we finish up day 3, because a lot of things aren't coming through until later on. So, oh, we'll have to drop the weight as well, won't we, for the front loader? I'm going to watch that as well. We'll drop this upside down lights, because we don't always like to carry the lights about, it's just an extra weight, isn't it? So yeah, I'll see you down there so I can keep my videos to around about an hour, so I'm not jumping between different times for different videos and that. I'll try and keep the Let's Plays to about an hour long. You may get, it depends how busy it is, you may get a whole day, you may get 2 days or 3 days, depends what needs to be done and, you know, all that kind of stuff. I'm sure my front loader's in here somewhere. It is. Let me go into this view. So yeah, I'll see you down at the harbour. So that's just picked up the pallets of seeds, 5 pallets of seeds. So we are just going up to the garden centre with them now. And the boat is just coming under the bridge. Somewhere there. There we go. That side, see that? Oh. Hate them tool views. There you go. Comes through all the time. Nice to see it just add a little bit of animated feature to the video. So, oh, let's skip there from the computer. Then here, right along to the end, and that's the garden centre. Must have to wait to turn that tool cameras off, because that's getting annoying skipping through without the front loader on. It might just be the tractor though. I don't know, because this tractor doesn't really work the front loader very well. Where are we going? It is just this next one here, isn't it? Oh, I was going to skip forward there, but there's no point. Indicator's still on though. Where are we getting there? Oh, too much trees. And that's the junction. At the back. No cars. Oh! There's an entrance in here. That'll do fine. And it must be round the back. Most people will get there both ways, do you? We'll find out soon enough. Oh yeah, right up at the end. Right, best way to park this now. That's the worst part about these little bits getting... I'll tell you what we could do. Just actually leave the trailer here at a funny angle and just put everything over at the other side. There somewhere? Try that. Right. Maybe do this in the cab, I think. Sometimes a little easier. Oh, but first we will. Is that a strap on the front? Maybe that strap get on there. Oh, still working out this strap stuff. That strap. How on earth did all that straps go on? Oh. I must have hit the button for putting all the straps on there. Right, let's get these done. Maybe start with the first bags at the back, I think. Slowly getting used to this. It's still not the best. Quite heavy on the tractor, isn't it? But we are slowly getting there. It's getting sped up. I feel a bit more comfortable with it, with the controller. Just, I'm still having to use the mouse. That's the only problem I've got. See that? The door just opened there as I touched the... Where'd it go? There. That's what happens when you try and lift the front loader up. So I have to use the mouse. Like, I can still use the front loader for that, that's fine. That's maybe a bit harsh, but it's... That's why I want the new tractor first. And also the new tractor with more horse means bigger equipment. Or possibly pull the equipment I have currently got. Can't judge the distance, is that there? Try that, is that lifting both? Yeah, there we go. Be in the box and it'll show up finished. Huh? Why is that? Oh, it's the top of the other one, isn't it? There we go. Something happened. I don't know what happened there. What was that? I have no idea. Right. Go around the front. We can get our money. They're happy enough with the stock. So I'll just check before I go. And I'll just make sure they are going to be okay with it. So we'll double check that. Yep, they're happy enough. There's no more contracts came through. So don't really want to seed just yet, because obviously it's 9-day season, so it's going to take another day or two if the temperature gets up to the right kind of seed bin. I would like to get back inside the cab there. Would like to get some seeds in my fields. I still don't know what I'm putting down. I did. No, I did, didn't I? Let's check that. There's no one behind us. Did I do a rotation planner? I did. It's canola we're putting in. Canola. 5 degrees. Same with barley and wheat and sugar beet and poplars. All 5 degrees. So... Oh! We might get some seeding jobs tomorrow then. The wind picks up as well tomorrow. Mid-morning. Picks up. It's meant to be raining tonight though. It's going to make tomorrow long. The fields are going to be dirty. Really wet. It's not much, there's only 0.3, so it's not going to be on for long. And Saturday it's going to be really heavy. Whoa! Hang on a minute. Saturday it goes down to 1 degrees at night. That's a big change. 6, 11, 13, and down to 4 degrees, 3, 1 degrees. This is Wednesday, and Thursday, 13 degrees in the middle of the day, back down to 1 on Friday night. into Saturday. It says there's going to be a sleety snow. God, I hope not. And then it jumps up to 19, 15, 21 degrees on Tuesday. Jesus. This is, I'm going to have to see about that. The weatherman must have got it wrong, surely. There's no way you can jump 14 to 20 degrees in one day kind of thing. But maybe you can, I might be wrong. So anyway, I'm going to head up to the farm, drop these off again. And we'll see you up there. So there is no more contracts for today. So I'm going to go in and I'll have a look at the weather and see if it gives any better detail inside. And we will possibly see you tomorrow. So we'll see you then.